does the Alamo, San Antonio, the mountains of Arkansas, and the downtown streets of Dallas have in common? Me. My name is Kylie Parrish. I was born in College Station, Texas, but by the 4th grade, my family and I found ourselves in San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio is home of the Alamo, the Riverwalk, Fiesta Texas, SeaWorld, and much more. I loved living in San Antonio, but my dad, at the time, lived in the mountains of Arkansas in a small town called Center Ridge. I would visit him on holidays and special events. In 2016, I graduated and moved to Dallas. I have loved living in Dallas and seeing the great diversity it has and finding new spots and cool coffee shops to visit. But on the holidays, you will still find me down in San Antonio or up in Arkansas. Now that I've told you a little bit about myself, geography-wise, let me share a little bit more about myself using 4 different objects. My first object I will use will represent something about myself that I perceive myself as. My first object is a Criswell College banner. This banner represents 3 particular things. The first thing is my faith. Criswell College is a downtown Bible college in Dallas. I came to Criswell because I want to know the Lord better and I want to be better equipped to share the gospel with the people of the world. And so that's the first thing that Criswell shows about me. The second thing it shows is that I love people because I am pursuing a counseling degree here at Criswell. And so I hope to use my life to better help people and help them deal with the trials and hard times that life brings. The third thing it shows about me is that I'm a student and that I live a crazy, hectic lifestyle. Late nights, lots of papers, lots of studying, and I basically measure my year by semesters. My second object that I will show something about myself that is hidden. My second object is a plane, which symbolizes that I do not like to fly. I chose this because growing up, my dad and mom always lived in 2 different states, and so I would constantly be flying at least twice a month. And so I'm very familiar with long lines, delayed flights, canceled flights, security checkpoints, and all of those things in between. And so now I really would rather drive 5 hours on a road trip than take a 1-hour flight. My third object will represent something about myself that I disagree with that people might assume about me. My third object is a cooking pan and cooking utensil. This is because growing up, my family loved to cook and I would always be with them. And so people assume that I also love to cook. But that is incorrect. I really don't like to cook. I would much rather be eating the food or just hanging around while people are cooking it. So people today will ask me, Kylie, come cook this. Kylie, come cook this. But I really would rather just hang out instead of cooking. Next, we'll move on to the fourth object, which represents something about myself that someone close in my life has told me that I symbolize. My fourth object is a planner. Now, my grandma is the one who chose this for me. This is because she thinks that I thrive off of organization. Well, she would be correct. I love to have to-do lists and plan my week out and even my month and even hours sometimes because I like to know what I have to do and what I've already done and what has to be done, and so it's just very good. I also love to plan events and birthdays and all those other things for my friends and family, and so I would definitely not be able to get that done without a planner. Also, going between work and college, it's good to know so that nothing slips through the cracks. I also kind of am a little bit forgetful, so this helps make sure that everything gets done when it needs to. Alright, now that I've shared a little bit more about myself, other than that I'm a student, I hope you have gotten to know me better because I've shared that where I was born and where I grew up and where I lived. I also shared that I go to Criswell College and that I love Jesus and I hope to share him with the people of the world and that I want to be a counselor one day when I grow up. I also shared that I am a student and that I don't like to fly. Also that people assume that I like to cook, but that I really don't, and that I could not do my life well without organization and a planner in my hand daily. Thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait to listen to all of y'all.